Hello guys and welcome to a new video. This will be a tactic testing and it will come out every Friday, so make sure you check it out. And today we are testing a 4-1-4-1 with Aston Villa and I'll show you it right now. There it is. It is a possession based tactic and we'll go through the rules real quick. A sweeper keeper on support to make sure we keep the possession right from the start off. Two ball playing defenders and two wing backs on support to support the attacking midfielders on the left and on the right, who are currently inverted wingers. And those inverted winger roles, they're new, they're just added this year. In the middle we've got a defensive midfielder on support, so he drops in down the line and helps the attacking play, and up front he's got the protection of two deep line playmakers. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, because normally you only play with one deep line playmaker, not two. So we'll see how it goes. We're playing on a positive, with a positive mentality. We've got a wide attacking width with passing into space, played through the middle to make the most out of that central core of the team, with play out of defense, a much shorter passing with a slightly higher tempo to make sure we keep the ball, we retain it and cycle through it as much as possible. We're playing with set pieces, work ball into the box to not waste any shots, with less dribbling. I haven't seen that one as much as well. Normally you wouldn't use that, and they've got to be more expressive. In transition, we use counter press, but we do not counter, so that's interesting to see. With distributing to centre backs with short kicks to well, let's hope our goalkeeper's not going to make a lot of mistakes there. We've got a higher line of engagement with a higher defensive line. We defend very narrow, and we use tighter marketing with stay on feet. So interesting to see how many fouls we're going to make. So what is going to happen? We are now going to January 15th, right here in the middle, to see how the game is going on, and I will see you there. So it's the 15th of January right now, and as you can see we are currently 16th, so we are 2 positions above what the media prediction is right now, and we've got, well, we have a 2-point lead over the drop zone. So let's hope we can keep it up, but let's see how our squad has been doing. So as you can see, we have now played 22 matches in which we scored 24, which means that we are 15th highest. So out of 20 squads, that's disappointed, and then conceding 44, that's even worse, which is 19th best, so we're just 1 place above how much goals we could concede. We apparently got 29 yellow cards with 1 red card, and our stadium hasn't filled up that much, so let's have a detailed look in the overview. So as you can see, Liverpool only conceded 12. They've also got the most clean sheets. We're not even in here. We do have the best tackling completion, so that's very good to see. We're not in the most fouls made. Average possession, we apparently are nowhere to be seen, so let's find that out. We're 9th, so that's very good. We were playing a possession-based tactic, of course, and when we're beating squads like Liverpool, Everton, Leicester, West Ham, Watford, so that's very good to see. I think I'm happy with that. That's very good. best pass complete ratio, we are 9th in that as well, so that's very good. Always good to see. Let's see, check out the fouls made though. Oh, we're 19th in that. So Liverpool only beat us by 3 less fouls, so that's very good. Means that we can have the best players at all times at the pitch. We already checked that one out. Headers won 6th in that. Best crossing, we are 12th. So that's also very good. 21% of our crosses meet the person they're intent for. Yeah, so we're not in here as we already knew. So this will be very low, I imagine. Yeah, 16th. So that is indeed very low. And if we're going to have a look at our squad so far, the most appearances are made by an unregistered player. How is that even possible? Oh, wait, he's on loan. I've got to filter it out. Let me see. There you go. Unavailable. So, Björn English and Pep Reina both played 22 games. They are not doing that good. Let's check out the average. Wesley's been doing decent-ish. Scored 8 in 20 games with 3 assists. Who else is in there? El Ghazi scored 5. Samata scored 3 in 20 and assists. Wesley on top of that as well. No, it's actually Jack Grealish. But yeah. So yeah, we'll now continue towards the end of the season. So I will see you there. So we are now at the end of the season, and as you can see down here, we finished 18th, which means we relegate. So what happened during this season? As you can see, we started off with a hefty 5-3 defeat against Manchester City, in which we scored an own goal and Bernardo Silva scored a 93-minute goal. Very unfortunate because otherwise it would have been a draw. We then followed up with another loss, a 2-1 defeat against Watford, followed by a win over Celtic. Got knocked out by Southampton in the Carabao Cup, unfortunately, and a win against West Ham, a draw against Southampton, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row, including a 5-0 defeat against Sheffield United. That's a very poor game, I have to admit. The 4-2 defeat against Norwich and the 1-3 defeat against Arsenal also really bad, but you were supposed to at least this one that we would have scored, but unfortunately we didn't. Then we won 2 in a row against Leicester and Tottenham, surprisingly, followed by another 2 defeats against 2 heavyweight champions in the league, of course, followed by a draw against Crystal Palace. December was it's just like a stoplight, as you can see. Several losses, several draws, 1 win against Norwich, who earlier in the season beat us. Then January was marked by heavy defeats, or 1 heavy defeat and 3 normal defeats. February came around and was more or less the same. 2 wins. Well, that one doesn't count, so only 1 win in the Premier League and 3 losses. March, only 3 games played. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 win. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Sorry. April, 1 win, 2 losses and a defeat, and the last 3 games, 2 defeats and a draw, which means that we finished 18th with, if we would have drawn 1 more game, or we would have won 1 more game, we would sit on top of Brighton. That's very unfortunately, but there's not much we can do about it. So let's check out the league table and go to stats. So conceded, I don't think we want to look at that. Most clean sheets, we don't want to look at that as well, because I think we won't have that much. We are, though, on top of tackles won ratio with 91% of our tackles won. That's very good. That's really good. I like that. Fouls made, still one behind. Still only Liverpool beat us in that area with narrow wins over both the Manchester teams. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Average possession. Now, for a tactic that is a possession based, we only had 50% possession, and I think that's very low considering Everton. Yeah, it's just like 4 teams are on 50%, but we should have been up here because it's possession based. So why is it not working? We've come to pass completion ratio, in which we are ranked 9th as well with 85%. Heading, we are second with 64%. That's very good. Crossings, oh, we climb up to 5th with 22%. Most goals, do we want to look? 17th. So we did climb up one spot, so we can be content with that. And the best shooting is now 15th, whereas I think it was somewhere like 12th or maybe even a bit lower. So yeah, that's decent as well. As for the tactic itself, I wouldn't use it. Uh, no, I wouldn't use it. As you can see, even though we're a great threat from corners, there's not a lot of depth. We have a look at the stats. It's very low all. No, my recommendation: do not use this tactic. I'm gonna put this tactic down below. Let me know if you're gonna use it and how your season went on. Yeah, but no, I'm not gonna use this myself. So um, on Monday, guys, a new episode of The Young One comes online, so make sure you check that out, and I will see you next time.